We will remove import restrictions, insist on single forex market, Peter Obi. He vows to trim unemployment rate to less than 20% in 4 years. He looks like someone that has the masterpiece for execution, all right? But you should be careful releasing them because this government and all its opposition party candidates are looking for a way to use his blueprint, either for or against him, all right? Labour Party presidential candidate Mr. Peter Obi says if given a chance in 2023, his administration will remove import and forex restrictions and insist on a single forex market as part of efforts to salvage Nigeria's current forex crisis. According to Obi, the multiple exchange rate regime, which encourages capital flight and deters investment, has further worsened the country's forex situation. The former Anambra State governor took to his Twitter handle Tuesday to list some of the things he would do for the country if elected president in 2023. He also said he plans to bring down the unemployment rate of the country to fewer than 20% and boost the current $20 billion in remittances to $40 or $60 billion annually. Wow. This, according to him, will contribute up to 14% to the country's total GDP. We will enforce the legal framework protecting foreign investors and their indigenous partners. This is the only way to tamper monopoly and capital flight. To restore investor confidence, we will explore ways of cushioning the forex demand by mainstreaming those components of diaspora remittances that remain opaque and informal, he said. He stated that part of his objectives on the economy will be focused on supporting job creation given its impact on the economy as well as poverty alleviation. We will incentivize the resuscitation of the moribund cotton and textile industries and the full exploration of the cattle economy value chain, notably the $75 billion global hides and skin economy. Wow. There is a nexus between our debt to GDP, the GDP ratio, and our tax to GDP ratio, which this year had decreased by 1.3% points from 7.3 to 6.0. Comparatively, our tax to GDP ratio is of the lowest in the world, with some peer countries doing 15 to 25%. Our bane in this connection is our over-reliance on oil, excessive borrowings, and fiscal indiscipline. A simplified but enhanced tax collection regime should address the prevailing challenges, he disclosed. On food security, he said, the first thing to tackle is food inflation. Once we tackle insecurity and farmers return to farms, our food production will go up and inflation will go down through reduced food prices when you remove subsidy. Our focus will be on agriculture and production-centered growth for food security and export, with more emphasis on exporting finished products instead of commodities and raw materials. These relates mainly food and textiles. Speaking on the area of education, Obi said, our government shall prioritize education to serve the following functions: technical and industry relevance, alignment with local comparative advantages and factor endowment, modern skills, proficiency, critical thinking. We will review the legislation guiding the fund access modalities to Universal Basic Education Commission, UBEC, and the Tertiary Education Trust Fund, TETF, to redress prevailing bottlenecks, create greater transparency, and ensure increased flexibility. TET Fund resources must be redirected to funding of the universities and other higher institutions robustly, with a view to ending the perennial strikes by university staff and workers. Peter Obi. 20 million out of school children is a dire national crisis. As part of our Marshall Plan for Education, huge unmet housing needs as well high youth unemployment, as well as high youth unemployment. We will introduce a mandatory no child left behind educational policy, mindful that Nigeria's inadequate investment in the social sector, such as health, education, and housing, has resulted in large number out of school children. He decried that a large number of the Nigerian workforce, which is majorly made up of the youth, do not have access to social security. Conditional cash transfers are ad hoc palliative intervention measures. Salutary as they are, medium and long-term social security regimes that are sustainable will be required. They must be protected by a social safety net that is part of government responsibility to protect, Obi said. He also said he intends to decongest Lagos ports through a deliberate policy of incentivizing end destination priorities. This will also curtail on-land heavy haulage transshipments that take a toll on our road infrastructure. Very big toll. According to Obi, the Nigerian maritime sector is robust and ought to grow stronger. We are blessed with several deep sea ports. However, for some inexplicable reasons, we intend to cluster our import and export activities around Lagos port, thus creating avoidable bottlenecks. Wow. So Peter Obi has succeeded in releasing some of his blueprints here, the things he will do when he gets into office. One is, trying to manage and improve our GDP, our ratio of import to export. He needs to manage that. He talks about education. He talked about other infrastructural development. Also talked about a very easy and friendly tax regime for investors. Also tried to improve the cash inflow from foreign direct investment, and also how those people can repatriate their fund without problem. Again, he said he will open the port, he will decongest the Lagos seaport, and at the same time, he will make sure that the forex is managed effectively, such that there will be liquidity in circulation, such that exchange rate will become a single exchange rate for the entire nation to use, not multiple exchange rate regimes for different sectors and for different individuals, including the high political class individuals. So Peter Obi has said a lot here, and this is very good, and everybody hearing it, I know he has more. He just needed to release a few of it so that people will obviously know that he has plan in place. He didn't need to release all of them, but if he failed to say anything at all, it will look like he doesn't have anything. But so he had released a bit of it for people to know. All right. Then a few of the comments I have here, there are so many comments, and I'll just take one or two. Somebody saying Tinubu's campaign style is banters, insult, caricatures, and irrelevant things. Besides, he doesn't go to debate because he can't articulate anything on his brain. Hence, he always read from scripted speeches. So somebody is comparing Tinubu to Peter Obi now, who has articulated himself and has presented himself out now for people to see what he's going to do. But that of Tinubu is just to go and make noise, dance, shout, and nothing well articulated for people to hear. Half-baked education is not good. That's what I saw playing out here. So who is half-baked education? Could it be Tinubu? Because Peter Obi is actually an academic doctorate holder. All right. So this is a brilliant and achievable roadmap to Nigeria's progress. Well done, Peter Obi. So people are already appreciating him in all of these presentations, and already calling him a visionary leader. He's a visionary leader. So this is Peter Obi's part of his manifesto, I guess, and I'm sure the things he will do when he gets to office. So let's have your comment as well on this regard, and thank you for listening.